Hello, everybody, and welcome to this FTN News special report. I'm Great Jagers 1113 live with John of Doom joining me here today in studio. So Leo Vinick has just been impeached for multiple alleged abuses of powers. We're gonna get right into this, John. So how about you start us off with this here? What happened? What happened?
Yeah, good evening, Jake. The House passed it primarily along bipartisan lines. For surprise that members of the GOP supported it. 8-51, the impeachment was introduced by Representative Human. Leo Vinick was impeached on a couple of counts, actually. Article 1 talks about unlawful treatment, which talks about how the president terminating and banning 3 employees of special forces, allegations that actions may have violated federal law and statute. There was then a special counsel investigation which proved that, quote, while these actions are unlawful, it is not within the power of the district court to compel the actions of the president. And it's beyond my jurisdiction to petition to the Supreme Court to enforce their president. Therefore, I am leaving this to the hands of the Solicitor General and Congress to enforce. Which goes on to add in the impeachment article, quote, the Justice Department's findings are clear, Congress must act, end quote. Which again goes on to say it was violating the Workers' Protection Act of 2020. The one here is the abuse of power. This one alleges that on July 21st, President Vinick unilaterally issued a national security threat against Blue Caroler Forever, who previously managed the Alex J. Kaboot campaign. He was then terminated and barred from employment, which is abuse of power under the National Security Act, which states only the National Security Council may designate individuals as threats. Even though on July 22nd, the president reversed the unilateral decision, which then presented the motion to the National Security Council to do exactly the same thing he did, which was successful.
Sorry.
I'm still going on.
So you're essentially saying that he fired a federal a law enforcement officer for political purpose due to his political views?
The article is alleging, yes. Then there's the third article which alleges that he used the military as Jose Comantes, which you and I don't know what that means, but basically the grounds are like this. On August 3rd, the president illegally deployed U.S. military to the grounds of the White House without first properly declaring martial law. By the order of the president, the military acted as a law enforcement entity by enforcing federal law on domestic soil. He did this despite there being a massive federal employment law enforcement presence when the deployment occurred, according to the article, which says in the violation of 18 U.S.C. 1385, which bars use of military power to enforce a law without martial law being declared. That passed the House. That's all the 3 articles we have at this moment. That passed, surprisingly, not among party lines, and was rather, you know what was rather strange?
Yeah,
this was the GOP controlled the House. The GOP continues to control the House.
Yeah, they have the House. They I think a few Republicans did vote against it. I'm correct about that, but
okay, so Joao. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ayes so far. So it was like 9-0. So this was a bipartisan thing. Now all that reaches the Senate, which is anyone's game, basically. GOP also controls that, but the cons are also have some control in the Senate too. So it's literally anyone's game. This breaks the cycle. However, I want to point out that we've done a presidency with balanced impeachment. That was, of course, the Ralph Foley administration. That didn't went by about any impeachments or acquittals. There was a resignation, but that was like a couple of days before Leo settled in. So we're back to the old ways of doing things in the Senate. in the House?
Because you're currently in the Senate here, will you vote to convict?
I keep my Senate job for my journalist job, so I'm not going to comment on this program because I'm appearing neutral on this program.
Okay, I was
But
trying.
I have read the articles, and I'm gonna consult with people and see what they think. Honestly,
Well, I think
because I'm up for election, so I'm not even sure if I'm gonna be hearing the articles.
Okay, but here's the thing. I think what I'm gonna look at here is the firing of Blue Killer Forever here. That is what sticks out to me the most. That he fired someone because he was a Kabak, because he worked in the Kabak campaign. He was a constitutionalist. That is one of the allegations raised, and I would say that I think that is the worst of the allegations in my opinion. I would say
that is a pretty damning that's a pretty damning allegement. Really, it really is. Barring someone from federal employment because they were helping out your opponent's campaign, that is a pretty darning thing if found true. It really, well, it has been found. Is it? Actually, let me. I close it, so can't go
okay.
back there now.
Well, he did fire multiple special forces employees, like even though he couldn't and violated the Workers' Protection Act. I got a job at the White House recently in the Office of National Activity. Immediately got terminated for inactivity apparently a few days later because all you did basically was watch the welcome channel of the Noosa Discord and DM whoever joins and say, hey, how can I help you? Want any jobs?
It kind of is like the current state of Noosa. We're kind of, I regard Ridgeway and Noosa as two separate
entities at this time.
communities. So
I
we're kind of.
it feels
What?
like, and I'm hoping that won't be the same for long. I think that if Ridgeway, but then at the same time that could kill DC. So it's basically integrating Ridgeway is like a double-edged sword. It could improve Noosa activity,
At the end of this
and
year, I think Noosa's as what we know it could be gone. All my signs are pointing towards something happening in Noosa by the end of the year. We got 4 months remaining.
I don't know. Maybe that I don't know if it'll. I think it will probably be more of Ridgeway in the federal Ridgeway integrating into the overall Noosa overall. So
I really doubt it. I honestly
at that
doubt it.
So you still think it's a bit early for that because from what we're getting to the clan managers, they don't want to do it just yet. But what they're saying, but what we're getting is that it is inevitable that it will happen.
It really is. It honestly is, and it's kind of sad if you think about it. But
it's like a double-edged sword. It could be great. It could be really good.
Here, there were suggestions on how to fix this, like appointing
a
new person to oversee the DC and LV side of things, while the rest can oversee the Ridgeway stuff. Which actually isn't a bad idea because that person.
Well, I think the clan managers are very protective of the stuff, from what I'm getting.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Which I can get it. They've worked hard on this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I feel like if Noosa, I don't think Noosa will die, but there are many tons of smaller Ro nations out there. It'll probably live on. It'll probably be a bit smaller than it was back in the day, I would say, at least. So, anyways, back to the impeachment here. We're gonna go on to that how he called USM there. How he had USM at the White House and made them enforce laws without properly declaring martial law. What do you think of that? As you are in U.S. as you were.
Retired. I'm a retired.
Yeah, as you were
airman.
as you used to
I want
be.
to think of returning.
What do you personally think of this? What do you personally think of this as a former member of the U.S. military?
We've been deployed to to D.C. in terms of this, but it's always been martial law. So this is something I don't really understand most of the situation about it. I don't recall martial law is declared or anything, but
It was not declared. Martial law was not declared. Yeah.
I think it was during that DC activity boom, like where it was a full server and
Yeah.
everyone was messing around the White House. I think that was when.
So, I would say that is the least damning of them at the moment. It sounds damning.
That is the least concerning article. It honestly is. But again, I'm not. Well, I am a legal expert, so.
Do you think Leo? I think the Okay, so it's all just begun. When do you think the trial's gonna really start?
As soon as possible, honestly. We're waiting for class 3 elections, and then there could be that. If I'm even a senator after that. Even if I'm not a senator, I'll be closely monitoring the proceedings.
And I'm hoping that, and I'm going to ask the senators to make sure. I'm probably gonna beg a senator, hey, hold the impeachment trial at a time when I'm available to stream it because I really do want to stream the.
Yeah, this is our first impeachment since the first trial, and I don't know how long. I remember Reset, his trial, I think. So it's honestly, we gotta pay attention to this stuff.
I used to actually back in early 2020 before I was actually in NUSA, I actually still followed you on Twitter. Fun fact, I just found your tweets funny.
Nice.
And I saw you tweet about the Reset 4K impeachment, and I'm like, then I just remembered that for some reason. You posted a screenshot of a smart TV just on the floor, and you are watching Roblox MSNBC.
I was in and out because I had to go wash the car. So I was in and out doing that, and I was desperate trying to see what was happening there, but I had to miss most of it due to a car wash thing I had to be doing. But I don't think we're gonna get to that point where it's a blockbuster event.
It most likely won't be.
I don't think it's gonna get
unless I don't know.
News is kind of dead. It honestly, this side of things, it's dead. I don't know. It's hanging on by a thread. Any day now, the plug would be pulled.
Noosa isn't dead. It's kind of like an old man right now, or we could say it's in its midlife crisis, where it's been around for a while, and many of the veterans and most of the active people in the community have grown out of it. Really.
Honestly, it's Isner still around. I think.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at that. He's been at it for so long since the
beginning Eisner? Of this country. Oh yeah, Eisner. Oh.
It's.
He isn't that active. He just.
Sure he's still even here. He should have moved on.
He kind of has, but he's still in it for some.
He's in and out, basically.
He's just chilling.
We don't have much new people, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, that is definitely the problem, though. That's what I think the Office of National Activity has done great at, but their tactics aren't the best, I'd say. Just DMing people like that.
We need to go to a gas station. That's what I think we need to do.
At this point, if there are any if any of you are brave enough to tell your friends at school or whatever that you are in Lego politics and you know a friend that might be interested, tell them about this group. Get them involved. Just do anything, take all measures necessary. You see, I got this.
I'm gonna quickly update you on that legal Vinick trial thing. He's facing those charges in Ridgeway. Let me pull that up really quick. I just remembered that.
Okay, back to what I was saying. Here. I've got this gun right here, okay? And I'm gonna go up to a person, and this is how I'm going to recruit people. I'm gonna be like, hey, you! Join Noosa.
They wouldn't even know what the hell a Noosa is. Probably.
Dang it, this thing got jammed. Dang it, it's jammed. It's just like this old, like, I was actually holding, like, this old model rifle. I think it was, like, I don't know when it was made, though. It's like, I got this at, like, a pawn shop. Once I have it in my room.
Opening trials could start soon for the illegal Vinick trial. Its discovery period is over. Again, he's facing charges of dealing and whatnot. He actually has another charge, another court case, but he's a plaintiff in that one. Let me check really quick what happened with that. I think I was going to trial by combat. Is it over? Or
by combat?
It was going to trial by combat, so that's the last part of it. We don't know about that.
So
as a result, the legal trial, the legal stuff, he's in a position right now where
he could
the
literally,
whole world is coming at him, but he's still going on.
He just,
that's what I like.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, he just doesn't care. And you know that Trello that was leaked where he, like, organizes how he... you know how Noosa politicians suck up to voters? Like, hey, sign me. Honestly, if you do that to me, it makes me want to vote for you less.
People come up in my DMs asking me to vote for them.
Hey.
That's why I don't do it.
Hey, you.
Why I lose.
Hey, you.
Hey, could you vote
Darkfire
229 for Senate?
Hey, you. Can you vote XX Demon Slayer XX69 for U.S. House of Representatives? I mean, he organizes a Trello apparently, where he plans out who he's going to DM about, to beg people to vote for the Republicans in advance. Like, he has an entire Trello and he organizes them by dates. So he knows, okay, today...
I don't know if that's illegal. I think it isn't, but...
I think I might have... I don't know. I think I might be on that I think I'm on that. Can I tell you why? Because today when I was asking Leo Vinick to if the U.S. last night when I was asking Leo Vinick if he wanted the U.S. to host the International Ice Hockey Federation's World Cup of Hockey, he said yes, and then said, "Hey, can you vote for this guy real quick?" I didn't even notice that, because I swear every time I ask a politician something like that, or like when I'm talking with them, shortly they're, hey, can you vote for me real quick? I say yes, and then I forget.
Yeah. I usually tend to do it, but honestly, I don't really care. I'm starting to wind down my time here as I get on closer to the school year, but honestly, going back to the legal charges, it's anyone's game, honestly. I know for a fact constitutionalists will be able to vote in favor of convicting Leo, but
yeah.
But the DOP,
the GOP,
it's kind of a mixed match situation. Other than that, I don't think we have anything else to say.
Let's check, okay, anything you have to say before you go, because tomorrow, we will be doing live coverage. I'm going to have multiple I'm going to try to get multiple guests on. So I'm just gonna quickly give my opinion on this.
Okay, go ahead.
One of my staff is gonna.
Poll, like community polls, part of NUSA, the Discord server, is saying there's a question in the community poll server that says, "Do you support Ridgeway being under NUSA?" 12 yes, 114.
You know what? Now that makes me think. They're doing it. They're planning on doing it now.
I don't think so. I don't know. It's just a random. Could be anyone. It could be me that submitted that. It could be anyone.
Oh God. Oh, most people don't support it. Oh no. Oh God. Oh God.
Could you put that on screen really quick?
Yeah.
Put that on screen.
Oh yeah, Ridgeway's getting. Oh, poor Ridgeway. They're losing.
Put that on screen.
They're getting like annihilated right now. Look at the how.
Put that on screen.
That quickly, 122 people realize. Oh wait a second. Like most NUSA polls take a while to get like a full result. Really, it takes some time for that.
Central.
Yeah, 9:33 Eastern time. It's currently 9:40 Eastern time. Let me. Oh, poor Ridgeway.
And now we have a notification from the Senate. The Speaker has posted a notification to the Senate saying, telling them that we've impeached Leo Vinick. The House impeachment managers will be Blue Killer Forever and Autumn Maddens. Blue obviously being one.
I can tell. I think
in the articles of impeachment. That's just coming in now. I wanted to pass along that news.
Yeah, we're going to read that Senate notification in a second there.
I just read it. Damn, could you look at that? 130 now. Compared to 15. Pretty clear that neither the Ridgeway
when I'm streaming, the only thing that actually like lags really bad is Discord, because like I don't know, Discord takes up a lot of resources for some reason, and then when it doesn't have those resources, it just sometimes will just refuse to work. I think. I might just start when I'm streaming. I might just start running it in my browser.
Just against that.
So
135 now.
Okay, we're gonna look away from that Ridgeway poll in a second and look at that Senate notification, and this just Leo Vinick is typing in government updates. This is just in Leo Vinick. Is typing in he's typing in government updates. Let's take a look now. Look away from that. Look at that Senate notification and I stopped talking for a second. Something.
Okay.
I'm back. Leo Vinick is still typing.
Yeah, he's typing. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Wait.
Am I on air?
You are on air.
Yeah, okay, I'm hearing the delayed version, so okay, yeah, I am on air, but I cannot hear you.
Oh.
So I cannot hear you.
Okay, I can
I'm
hear
assuming.
you. I can hear you when I minimize Discord to the system tray, but you can't hear me. That's okay.
Sigh by Large Titanic, who just put that in the clan
He just
manager,
he deleted it immediately.
Discord moderator, and PC
Yeah, he
chairman.
just wrote sigh.
That was now deleted. There is something coming in from Leo.
Yeah, there is
We don't
something
know what
coming
he's
in
gonna
here.
say. I assume he will
Okay.
fight this. There's a big debate in general about retweet in the news of Discord. One, you guys never change, do you? From Large. Here it is. Here it is.
Tables should be added to the Senate game shortly.
The table's already there. I go there every single session. It's already there.
I think they're setting it up. So
We could have this trial tonight if we could.
well, please, if there are any senators watching, please don't. I actually want to have a good sleep tonight.
I don't sleep until 11 or noon New York time. Here it is.
Usually
Here it is.
same here, but like lately I've been going to
issuing a response debunking the impeachment article soon, but we suffice to say we are disappointed that politics have taken this administration's efforts to revive the government. I warned members of our nation that we shouldn't be fighting for control of a sinking ship during my inauguration, but sadly it seems that nobody listened. Hopefully this nation rises above the politics of NUSA and focuses on the revival of government, and quotes that from the president.
maybe this
Being defiant.
This impeachment regarding activity, this impeachment could be a double-edged sword. Like it could bring activity to the political community, but
we don't know.
We don't know how it will affect our future.
Leo's being defiant here. He's being defiant here.
What do you expect from a politician? What do you expect from Leo Vinick? That he is what do you expect from a politician in the GOP? They are the basic definition. They really don't show mercy. I'm going to say that at least.
It's honestly a mixed bag. If you got the House Republicans to impeach Leo, anything could happen in the Senate. It is a toss-up. I would be damn surprised if the Senate voted to convict.
But it's possible.
Damn surprised. It is possible. But is it likely?
I personally don't know. I'm not sure if it's going to be.
Here is something from the speaker. He posted something saying, quote, "The administration sat on their ass for 3 weeks doing nothing but a mimic of Ralph's inactive term." So we might have another reason for impeachment, because it could be because the lack of activity from the Leo administration. That could be another reason why.
I think that reason is the least logical reason.
That reason might have convinced the GOP to vote in favor of impeachment.
Well, if I were a senator, I probably wouldn't vote against convicting, not because I think what Leo Vinick did is wrong. I think it is wrong and it should be punished. But here's my concern: a timid soul presidency. We don't know what that would look like. And timid soul,
He's a nobody. We don't know. He's not really an established politician.
And in the past, he's made some not very smart remarks, and I haven't really seen him around much.
He's there. He's active.
Okay.
Seen him in the Senate.
Okay, well, he is vice president. Nobody pays attention to him, so.
He is vice president. You should have seen what happened to Pierre.
The
Never
moment
seen the man during
his vice presidency, and then he's like, "Hey there."
You know, this is actually a good idea for a show. Actually, this is turned away from Vinick being impeached to more of a conversation. Jake and John.
Yes.
That idea. Going on. There is nothing else coming from. Let's see. Is there anything from the White House? Let's go over there. Is there anything from the? What the hell is it? Frick. Oh, there it is. Nothing. Oh, there it is. Okay.
So they're planning on doing
new
this
statement that mirrors the one he posted.
John?
The White House is well aware of impeachment against me being Leo Vinick. I'd like to say that I'm disappointed. I put hours upon hours of effort into this group, but sadly the reality of news politics has reared their ugly hand. People want power and positions instead of a fixed and active NUSA. I hope the public understands the political and unfair nature of these articles of impeachment. We have work to do. We cannot be distracted by political issues. And quote that just in from the White House Discord server, kind of mirroring the government announcements, a statement posted a couple minutes ago. Jake, what do you think of these statements?
He is fighting back. I'm not really sure. I'm still like, it's like, one side of me is like, yeah, he is fighting for activity. We need to just focus on fighting the inactivity crisis. But on the other side of me, he did do some things. He did do something that not so good. Not so good things in office. So what the? I'm. It's like I.
One thing's for sure is that news politics has never changed, not one bit. And tonight is a perfect example. There's the desk again, the same desks as before. So
After this impeachment, if there is a timid,
if the speaker has snaked Leo, obviously there is a power grab. Now the Ridgeway, what does he do in Ridgeway? Site owner. He does something in Ridgeway. I think he's like the district AG over there.
So I would say that the future of. So yeah, I think the reason Leo Vinick won the presidency is because he had a lot of I would say he had a lot of appeal with voters in Ridgeway voters. Like, I think most Ridgeway
surprised me the most. It surprised me the most. Everyone thought Kaboot was going to win. And then once the results were released, it was actually Leo. It honestly shocked me. And going back from the time where I knew him in the Air Force, he told me that he was going to run for president.
One day, Leo?
I always thought, yeah. By considering his party, I never thought he was going to actually make it. That's what surprised me. Vacation, 2 weeks, exams. Oh damn. Oh wow. Okay. Y'all honestly give me brain damage from Leo. DC activity. Site owner is actually being damn serious about this. He is
Okay, where?
actually. It's all up to the senators, honestly. It honestly is. This is really a damning day for Noosa, if you ask me. A
So
damning day.
where's these statements from site owner coming from?
In the general chat of the Noosa Discord.
Okay, so we're gonna pay attention here. Let's see what the public thinks of
I'm
this.
monitoring the chat right now.
And check on that Ridgeway poll real quick. Oh God, it's still like around 22 for yes, and
184.
yeah,
it went up for these reports.
and we already have the result. We can now project. FTN News can now project Ridgeway is bad. I'm joking. I actually think Ridgeway is cool, but I would say that maybe would not be the best time to integrate it into Noosa. Like, I think they should why can't they just give DC the Ridgeway engine? Why can't they just?
They would completely revitalize Noosa if DC UIs, engines, and whatnot were the Noosa, the Ridgeway engine and whatnot were added to DC.
I'm thinking if they did revamp DC, they should keep the same map layout, so you still knew where the heck you were going, because like it would be cool if they tried to make the map mimic the actual DC, but then again,
word I cannot say.
What?
Because the map looks like a word I cannot say on television.
A penis?
Yes.
Oh, a clan manager is crying about. Nope, he's not a clan manager, just a mod. He's saying the federal gov is dying.
It's Valve, right?
Yep. Best moderator.
Yeah, I actually totally expect legal to wind the CMs to the extent they'll reban me 2 years after my unban just because.
Who said that?
Blah, 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 blah.
Who said that?
The speaker, Prince George. This has turned into a talk show.
Why is Noosa only active now when something crazy happens? Why? Noosa's now just a Discord roleplay community.
It's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beast. When they activate slow chat, that's when you know things are gonna happen.
Yeah, that is.
An anime's coming to Roblox.
What?
Some interesting news over there. Forbes is reporting that Bakugan Georgian Rising is coming to Roblox.
Is it an event or something?
So 317 from season 3 will launch in Roblox, so be on the lookout for that. Back to.
So Bakugan, like, I don't. Okay, I think it's like one of those animes, like it's like one of those things with
Anime,
like toys. You know those little toys, like those
It's
little circle things that full. No, that's Beyblade, and they're one of those like
Beyblade?
they're like one of the circle ones. They're like the circle ones that fold up into like little monsters or something.
Digimon?
No.
Pocket monsters and digital monsters.
The Pocket Monsters is Pokemon. I'm gonna post an image of these guys. You've probably seen them before. I probably took one, and I never knew what the heck it was. I just thought it was cool. Then I didn't know it was from an anime, and then I remembered.
I see it. You just gave me an idea that we're gonna have to discuss after the show.
Yes?
Right then. Where, to summarize, nothing new has happened. There's just fighting in it. I think we can end it here. And mute your mic. Mute your mic. All right, so it's me now. Good evening. If you're just joining us, the situation here, Vinick impeached on 3 articles. There is continuing coverage on that. Watch it.
I'm sorry about that. I'm back now.
Again, nothing new, but we're
So we're gonna
Zellite is a congressional leader.
So we're gonna quickly go to another story now. We're gonna head to Russia for this one. The Russian president, and along with half of the cabinet, has resigned there this afternoon. I was just planning the World Cup of Hockey. I was setting up Team Russia, and the first player I got, who was the only player at that time, left with the president. They all just left suddenly, and now Russia's in shambles. They just recovered from a civil war, and now most of their leaders have left them. So
It's damn shocking, honestly.
They've now fled to Ukraine. They've left to Ukraine. And so many of their government officials were elected are now in Ukraine, including that because they intend to apply to the UN we are currently in. So they were already the person we had was basically the most active person in the International Ice Hockey Federation that I just started at the time. So I allowed Ukraine to start a team, even though they weren't in the UN yet, and I made it so their membership would immediately be revoked if they joined another UN or were rejected from this one. So
I can see that.
Because I asked him, "Can you just play for Russia? You just play for Team Russia? You just stay in Russia for can you just play for Team Russia?" And he's like, "No, I'm not doing anything for them anymore." I have no idea why they left at that moment. They're in shambles right now. We are currently looking at whether the Russians are still willing to participate, because I'm hoping they will, and I'm hoping they are still interested in the World Cup of Hockey.
Watch, honestly. It could be to follow the Russian government, if you ask me.
Well, I just usually will check the international feed in the UN Discord every now and then. So anyways, speaking of the World Cup of Hockey, the United States will be hosting the World Cup of the United States will be hosting the World Cup of Hockey. Team USA and all the other teams
hockey, that's actually pretty interesting.
Are recruiting for players. We have collaborated. We will be the regulatory body for the sport here in the international community. So we will be the regulatory body for the Olympic Games when they happen. So there will be and also we have some really good news for FTN. I'm going to just add something
interesting. How good it will be.
I'm going to add a little icon to the corner of your screen to announce it here. In the corner of the screen here. It's regarding sports.
Following the whole impeachment trial.
It's regarding sports. Here's the announcement. Here is the announcement. Here is the announcement. Okay. Here is the announcement. To all our viewers, it's going to take a second for the delay to happen. FTN will be broadcasting the Olympic Games. And to celebrate that, we will be starting to integrate the Olympic rings into our logo. Excuse me there, we will integrate the Olympic rings into our logo. Even though the Olympics aren't happening quite yet, we're just gonna do this too because we're doing. And I decided, why don't we just keep it up? The real life Olympics just happened, and we just got the rights to it. And we're like,
oh, there it is. Oh, damn, that actually looks pretty good seeing it on screen.
And I'm also going to. There's also one issue I have. I want FTN to broadcast the World Cup of Hockey, but here's the thing. I'm gonna probably be busy working on running the thing, making sure everything's going along smoothly at the same time. It's probably gonna be the stream you're probably gonna see. It's probably gonna be not the best stream, so I'm probably gonna have you or somebody else stream it on it. FTN, I'll probably send you the sports graphics. So I think that's all we really want to talk about here. Any more updates on the Vinick impeachment?
As of right now, that latest statements, there's still fights in the thing, but otherwise, second election's opening up in a couple of hours, so go vote. Preferably for me. But that's about it. Thanks for tuning in to first ever pilot episode of Jake and John.
Thank you for watching.